One presumably impartial response to the war of theological passions is to reject religion, simply reject it, to distance ourselves from those who attempt, always imperfectly, to interpret the light's meaning. There are two problems with this approach. One is that it deprives us of a potentially deep encounter with the mysterious forces that impel our being, limiting our ability to discover and invent meaning, to fill our lives and lips with praise. The second is that few of us are actually able to resist interpreting the light. Whether we choose the windows that enlighten existence for us or inherit them, for each individual, the light and darkness mingle more or less persuasively as refracted through one set of windows or another. Attracted to the partial clarification of reality that emerges in the patterns of light and the play of shadows, even people who reject religion are worshippers of the truth as they perceive it. Their windows, too, become shrines. Shrines to science, say. Because none of us is able fully to comprehend the truth that shines through another person's window, nor to apprehend the falsehood that we ourselves may perceive as truth. We can easily mistake another's good for evil and our own evil for good. Modern universalist theology tempers the consequences of our inevitable ignorance while addressing the overarching crisis of our times, dogmatic division, often theological division, in an ever more intimate, fractious, and yet interdependent world. It posits the following 5 fundamental principles. 1, there is one power, one truth with a capital T, one God, one light. 2, this light shines through every window in the cathedral. 3, no one can perceive it directly, even as we can't look at the sun without going blind, the source of the mystery being forever veiled by the panes of the window. Yet on the cathedral floor and in the eyes of each beholder, refracted and reflected are patterns that evoke meaning, challenging us to interpret and live by these moments of illumination as best we can. 5, each window refracts truth in a unique way, leading to various truths with a small t, and these in differing measure according to the insight, receptivity, and behavior of the beholder. As Thomas Jefferson said, and he refers to his own life, it is in our lives and not in our words that our religion must be read. This final point is essential. Unless some criterion exists to test the validity of one's truth claims, universalism lapses quickly into uncritical relativism, into anything goes, into everything's true. The criterion of judgment is this: our degree of enlightenment and our neighbor's degree of enlightenment will be reflected not in our faith claims, but in our lives. In a universalist construct, good, enlightened behavior unites and heals, joins together. Bad, benighted behavior mars, divides, ruptures, destroys. unless our faith, whatever its particulars be, helps us to improve our lives, leading to integrity and a clear conscience, uniting us within, making it possible for us to love ourselves and live with ourselves, and inspires us to reconcile with our neighbors, leading to peace, always to peace, and plants our feet firmly on the ground of our being, rather than letting it divide beneath us, uniting us with the one light or truth or God. We have been blinded by the light that shines through our chosen window, unaware of the long shadow that those who bathe themselves blindly in the light often cast. Fortunately, since the light shines through each window of this cathedral, as we ponder and act gently, humbly, please, on the insights derived from even a single reflection or moment of illumination, we may find our lives suddenly enriched by meaning. We may be saved. Universalism says everyone can be saved. In the cathedral of the world, we can discover or invent meanings that invest both the creation and our lives with greater purpose. To me, the purpose of life is to live in such a way that our lives will prove to be worth dying for. One final thought. We're each on a journey, a quest for life's meaning, a quest for life's purpose. I have found both in universalism. I find them today. To save yourself without damning another is a wonderful thing. Amen. I love you, and may God bless us all.